Hey everyone, it's Chris Hernandez with Level Up Time Studio, and welcome to our new segment, The Alternative. The Alternative was born out of mainly me hating industry standards and people like me who are content creators being essentially forced or roped into purchasing software that's super expensive, or you have to rent it, or everything in between. And so about 3 years ago, I went on this huge journey to kind of get rid of all of my subscriptions and get alternative programs to the programs I was already using for content creation that are either just as good or if not better, and also do not have subscriptions. And on today's episode, we're talking about Affinity Designer. Now, before we get started, I have to say that this is not a paid promotion. I used to be a professional graphic designer. I teach kids with special needs how to design their own video games, so this is the software that we use. And lastly, I'm an instructional designer who designs most of his own vector graphics for projects. Now, Affinity Designer is a vector graphics program developed by Serif. Vector graphics software are used for a multitude of reasons by several types of people. These people include graphic designers, artists, educators, and hobbyists. Educators, you might ask? Well, yes. Educators across the entire field use graphic design software for varying purposes, whether it's creating a cool looking newsletter for parents or students, to editing images to include in a lesson plan, and to even instructional designers who have enough know-how on designing and developing their own graphics for projects. Vector graphics software can be an effective tool in an educator's arsenal, but for many years, Adobe had the market cornered with their products, and their end game was a subscription-based service that could be expensive for independent creators or even educators who are on their own when it comes to purchasing tools that they need. So, in comes products like Affinity Designer by Serif. Affinity Designer offers a familiar workspace that makes it easy for Adobe pros to switch over and allows newcomers to easily navigate the software. Affinity also sells a design book for newcomers that teaches you all about designing vector graphics. What you're currently watching is a video I recorded of me teaching a student how to design a 2D background for a video game that he was developing as part of a school project. Affinity Designer is not limited to only being on a computer, so now that that's been said, it's available for PC and Mac, but it's also available for iPad. The iPad version of the software works with a stylus, and the Mac and PC versions work just as you'd expect. Now, why might you ask this is a great alternative to something like Adobe Illustrator? Well, because Affinity Designer is available for $50, one-time payment, with free updates for life. Now, I love that. I love the free updates for life because I love the fact that you actually own the product. This is something that you're investing in not only the company itself, but also a tool that's investing in you. Because let's say you stumble into some hard times, there's no subscription, so you can continue to use the product as intended without draining your bank account. Also, Affinity Designer allows for pan and zoom at over 60 frames per second. It allows for live previews. It also allows you to zoom into your artwork at over 1,000,000%, and they promise that it's smooth and it's really quick. I mean, I also promise that it's really smooth and really quick. I mean, I've been using it for like over 2-3 years. One thing that's also useful that I've always loved about Affinity Designer is that it has a really nice history integration into it. So as a designer that worked with Adobe products for a long time, I've often lost a lot of my design edits during a computer crash and things like that. However, Affinity Designer stores document states as snapshots and has no problem recovering projects during a computer crash. You can also totally turn on autosave. That way, whatever edits you make automatically saves. And lastly, it has a light and dark user interface. You can create and save your own custom keyboard shortcuts, and you can even change the layout of the toolbar to best fit your design workflow. You can go ahead and you can head over to affinity.serif.com and head over to their full feature tech specs list and scroll down just so you can get a larger overview of everything that's included here and everything the program itself does. I don't want to make this into like a 10-minute video, so I've already talked way too much. I really hope that you guys give Affinity Designer a try. Thank you again for watching my new series here on YouTube. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments. If you didn't like it, let me know down in the comments. If there's anything you ever want me to add in future videos with other products, you just let me know. If there is a product you want to see on here, let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you get updated on my weekly content. This series will release about 1 to 2 videos a month, and my other series, Should Your Kids Play, will continue to release at 1 to 2 videos a week. Again, Don't forget to hit subscribe and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.